Now, fans of the TV series Friends are celebrating after news of the reunion they've been waiting for more than 15 years is finally happening. All 6 of the cast posted this picture last night, went viral, with the caption, "It's happening," confirming their return for a one-off unscripted special. Well, let's get more on this. The TV critic Emma Bullimore joins me now. First off, just how exciting is this?
Well, it is exciting, but it's not another episode. If it were another episode, that would be amazing, off the charts. But this is going to be more like perhaps a documentary, an interview. They're rumoured to be getting about £2 million just for doing that, though, because people are so invested in this TV show. It's the biggest TV show in the world. Don't let anyone tell you that it's Game of Thrones. Friends is the biggest show ever.
I was going to say, why now? Is this all about the money?
Well, this is a PR stunt for HBO Max, which is a streaming service of HBO. They bought up all the rights for Friends in the US, and this is going to be a sort of a showcase there. So it's an opportunity for them to show people what HBO Max is and to get people involved. We're not sure how that's going to work in the UK, how we're going to be able to see it, but that's the deal here. So it's a kind of thing to say, come and watch things on HBO Max, because we've got the cast of Friends together for the first time, all 6 of them on screen together for the first time since 2004, so that's a big deal. That's kind of why now. Plus, you know, the show is just as big as it ever was, even though it was on TV such a long time ago. Millennials are rediscovering it via Netflix over here. The rewatchability of this show is huge. You know, nothing's spoiled for you. You can easily go back and watch and watch and watch. Those characters are so important to people. So whatever these actors do, whatever Friends stuff happens, people will turn up in their droves.
You know, Emma, the thing about Friends was those one-liners. I mean, the scripting team were amazing in what they produced. Now, if they really are to go unscripted, is that going to work? I mean, US productions are heavily produced.
Yeah, well, I think this will be quite relaxed. It's not going to be anything like an episode. It's going to be an interview, perhaps. I mean, we don't know the exact details, but I'm assuming they're going to show us around the set. They're going to say, oh, this used to be my dressing room. Do you remember when we did this? Do you remember this funny thing that happened? So it will be more like a big interview is what I'm expecting. But because it's so rare to get them all together, the anticipation is really high. But yeah, it's not, you know, don't worry that they're doing some kind of unscripted version of them in character. It's going to be them as actors talking about the show.
Okay, that brings some clarity to it. How have the stars fared over the years?
Well, I mean, amazingly, especially Jennifer Aniston, but all 6 of them have done well, let's face it. Jennifer Aniston joining Instagram was a worldwide headline. That's how big these people are. And yes, nothing's been as big for any of them as Friends itself. But any of them can walk into any job that they wanted. You know, that is the power of this TV show. And it's lovely for them because they are actually genuinely friends. Sometimes people act friendships in a TV show and everyone wants them to be friends in real life and they're not really. This is a cast that has genuinely got on. Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston, genuinely best friends outside of the show. So therefore I do think this special will be lovely to see them back together and sort of sharing that nostalgia and enjoying it.
Well, it'd be very rare for somebody. I mean, my kids watch Friends and they're young. But just remind us where we left off.
Well, she got off the plane is where we left off. You know, they're all still living this life, this aspirational life of romances, friendships, apartments that no one could really afford in New York. You know, it's just that kind of show that you want to be their friend, you want to be in that gang, and all the highs and lows and things that happen in their personal lives, it all sort of got rounded off. So we left them in a good place, and I think that's where to leave it. You know, take the example of Fawlty Towers, The Office, the shows that go down in history as being brilliant but brief. You know, that's not a coincidence. When you stop something when it's still good, then no one can say, oh, well, you went off the boil and you ruined it. I think it would be such a mistake to do a proper episode of Friends again. I'm relieved that they've resisted that temptation. Yes, by all means, celebrate the show, talk about it, do an interview, have some nostalgia. But I think, yeah, leave well alone of another episode.
Imagine an episode now with social media, because that's where it all is, isn't it? Emma, thank you very much indeed. Thank you. You're watching BBC News. It's time to catch up with the weather. Here's Nick Miller.